lie, I may have bitten off a little more than I can chew with this recipe, and that's because making this carnivore chocolate creation is pretty much achieving the impossible. This is the only chocolate I'd ever recommend you indulge in. And everyone I've ever showed this recipe to has either been totally amazed because it's just that cool, or they maybe loved eating it just a little too much. But that's okay, because this chocolate is 100% carnivore friendly. So let's get to chocolating. Before we get to cooking, I just want to make clear that I will be showing you two different types of chocolates: a 100% pure carnivore chocolate and an animal-based chocolate bar, which I made for my husband's birthday. And I really wanted to surprise him with this recipe. It is definitely the cleanest chocolate bar you could possibly make. So let's start with talking about animal fats. You all know that I love a high-fat carnivore diet approach. It has really served me well and helped me heal my hormones. With this carnivore chocolate specifically, the magic is going to be with using butter, because the butter will give us that caramelized sweet flavor without actually adding caramel or sugar. Feel free to use your favorite butter brand, and I'm personally using unsalted pasteurized butter for this recipe. I prefer to eat my raw butter on its own. For those who are sensitive to the lactose in butter, feel free to use ghee, or even better yet, beef tallow. This is labeled as beef butter, but the ingredients are literally just beef tallow, which is rendered cooked beef fat. Now, I just want to take a second and show you what beef suet looks like, which is the lowest inflammatory, easiest to digest animal fat there is, and it's basically raw beef fat. First step is going to be melting our butter, and I will be using 2 sticks of unsalted pasteurized butter to make my carnivore chocolate bites, as well as my husband's animal-based chocolate bar later in this video. So it's going to take about 5 to 8 minutes for our butter to brown and caramelize. I am heating on medium heat and stirring as often as possible. You will know it's done when you see those dark browned tiny little specks, almost like cinnamon at the bottom. These are the milk solids that are separating from the butter fat. Once our butter is browned, we will take it off the heat and transfer to a heat-proof container. So here I am using a glass Pyrex bowl, but feel free to use any dish that you have on hand. Let's give it a quick mix before we pour it into our molds. And here I'm using some silicone molds that I got super easily on Amazon. But if you don't have these molds, you can actually still make it work with ice cube trays. And if you don't have ice cube trays, you can just pour it all over a baking sheet and break it into carnivore chocolate bark. Now, before I transfer everything into the freezer, I just wanted to share a really simple hack to elevate your carnivore chocolate. Bacon bits will not only add that savory contrast to your sweet brown butter bites, but it will also add a delicious crunchy texture. So feel free to sprinkle in bacon bits into your chocolate. I'm actually saving this for my husband's animal-based chocolate bar. Once we fill up our molds, just transfer to the freezer, and it only takes 10 to 15 minutes for the chocolate to harden. And here's the outcome. And as you can see, we've got some gorgeous yellowish gold chocolate bites, as well as more brown chocolate bites. So how did it turn out so different in color? These yellow ones were just browned for 5 minutes. And then I decided to take a bit of the melted butter and brown it for a couple more minutes to the point where it was on the verge of being burned. You're just not going to have as creamy of a flavor as the golden yellow ones, but both still taste incredibly rich and decadent. Finish it off with some powdered sugar, and no, it's not real sugar, it's colostrum, and there you go, a beautiful carnivore chocolate dessert. Now moving on to the beautiful chocolate bar that I made for my husband's birthday. Because he is animal-based, it gave me more freedom to really create an extravagant yet decadent chocolate bar. Instead of using honey as the sweetener in the chocolate, why not make an ooey gooey filling and throw in some delicious crunchy bacon bits? So this right here, you are seeing a decadent animal-based clean chocolate bar with honey bacon filling. So let's get the filling started by making those really crispy, crunchy bacon strips. I am using ButcherBox bacon. It is just the most delicious yet clean bacon I can find. I lay out a couple strips of the bacon onto my air fryer tray rack so that it's really elevated and it gets that really crispy texture. I ended up air frying at the highest temperature of my air fryer, which is 450 degrees Fahrenheit, for a total of 15 minutes. So I just really wanted it to be so extremely crispy and crunchy. I used my most powerful pair of scissors and I cut it all up into the tiniest bits I could. And here's the finished outcome, which we will set aside for now so that we can make our chocolate mixture. The chocolate itself only needs 2 ingredients: the brown butter, which we made earlier, and some cacao powder. Now I did some research here because I wanted to know what the difference between cacao powder and cocoa powder was, and I decided to go
go with cacao powder because it's basically the unprocessed version of cocoa powder. It's still going to taste just as chocolatey, if not chocolatier and richer. And because my husband does not have issues with his gut or autoimmune issues, he is able to tolerate and enjoy chocolate sparingly. So for my husband's chocolate bar itself, I decided to make a dark chocolate for him since he is lactose intolerant and cannot tolerate milk. So just 2 ingredients, 1 tablespoon of cacao powder mixed with 2 cups of melted browned butter. Now with our chocolate bar mold, this is going to be quite important to use. I can't really think of any other way around it. And I specifically chose a deep dish chocolate mold so it has a bit of height so that I have the room to work with to add the filling and then layer over the other side of the chocolate. So it's important to fill our chocolate mold no more than halfway full with the melted chocolate. We're going to put it in the freezer to harden up, and this will give us time to make the filling. Because I wanted to retain the maximum benefits of eating raw honey unpasteurized, I lightly melted the honey by putting this entire bowl of honey into my air fryer at 100 degrees Fahrenheit for just a couple minutes, and it melted like this. From there, I just mixed in a handful of the bacon bits, and just look at how glossy and glorious this filling looks. And it somehow looked even more glossy and shiny after refrigerating it for just 15 minutes. So this is going to be the state of the filling when we break open our chocolate bar, because it's going to all be chilled. So let's take out our chocolate that has been freezing for the past 10 to 15 minutes. As you can see, it is completely solid. It's really fast. And we're going to spread our ooey gooey carnivore filling into our chocolate. By the way, do you guys consider honey to be carnivore? This is the question. Put your answer down below in the comments. I personally do not think it is a safe carnivore food, even though it is from a bee. I just don't think it's a safe carnivore food for those who are sensitive to sugar, who have sugar addiction histories. Even when you're free from sugar addiction, if you're not a moderator and you are more of an abstainer, it's hard to bring back in the honey with no issues at all. This is why I choose to abstain from honey, from anything that has sugar. Meanwhile, my husband absolutely is a moderator. So treats like these, where his wife makes them for his birthday, totally fine. If you are like my husband, I really hope you enjoy this recipe. Once our filling is spread throughout our chocolate, we are now going to seal it with the other half of the chocolate bar. We're going to carefully transfer it into the freezer, freeze for another 10 to 15 minutes. You can also freeze overnight if you want. The filling will always be ooey gooey no matter how long you keep it in the freezer. This is just such a perfect animal-based bar. I'm so excited. If only stores could sell chocolate bars that are just made out of brown butter and cacao powder. I don't understand why all of these chocolate brands need to add 5, 6, 7, 8 ingredients. A lot of them we can't even spell, many of them being seed oils. And again, for my sensitive carnivores who have to stay strict carnivore, I got you covered with these brown butter chocolate bites. And by the way, I always get asked, what is the white powder stuff that I'm sprinkling over my carnivore dessert recipes? It is Armra colostrum, which by the way is 100% carnivore. So it really adds that final touch to that sweet aesthetic.
This Armra colostrum is now my husband's favorite supplement because it is so easy to take and it's only 1 ingredient. I personally have noticed that he really recovers so much faster from his workouts, and he is a gym rat, so he goes to the gym every single day and does really intense workouts thanks to all of the learning and inspiration from Dr. Sean Baker. When it comes to his hair growth, energy, and recovery, it really does make sense because colostrum is the first milk mammals produce that contain all of the vital nutrients we need to thrive. This colostrum by the brand Armra has 400 plus bioactive nutrients included with each serving. Armra only uses grass-fed colostrum in its most bioavailable form, making it 100% carnivore friendly if you get the unflavored option. My husband usually mixes 2 to 3 spoonfuls of colostrum with his yogurt or coffee in the morning. If any of this sounds interesting to you, you all can get 15% off any purchase by visiting Armra. Go to the URL shown on the screen, tryarmra.com/SBGAL. Also link them down below.
Welcome to Bella's Cafe, and before you say something, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, baby. I love you. Give me a kiss. Little sugar plum.
I am wearing pink to celebrate your beautiful birthday because I love you. And
I'd really prefer you wear, you know,
don't say it.
Have you heard of the birthday suit before?
No, I don't know what that is. Today at Bella's Cafe, to celebrate your birthday, I made your favorite dessert.
My favorite? I love all desserts. I don't discriminate. So what's my favorite dessert?
Chocolate. Chocolate bar.
How is that even possible?
I made a special carnivore filling for you, or animal-based filling for you, and I'm going to see if you can guess it. I'm not going to tell you what it's made of.
I'm ready.
Okay, coming right up.
Thank you, baby.
A few moments later.
My God. You're kidding me. You Godiva goddess. How did you pull that off? You bought this, didn't you?
I did not buy it.
What in the world?
I know, right?
Are you serious right now? How is this carnivore?
It's not.
Okay.
It's animal-based.
Okay.
And by now, everybody knows who subscribes here to our channel. My husband's animal-based. I am strict carnivore, which is why strict carnivore and the rest is animal-based for my hubby and his birthday.
You got a candle?
No. I have way more plans to celebrate his birthday. This is just the appetizer.
Oh, yeah. I know what the main course is going to be. There's something about chocolate where the shell is dry and gleaming, and then the inside is gooey like this.
It's just a spectacle. Guess what the filling is for your carnivore chocolate?
Bacon bits in there, maybe? I think I see some honey. And then I see just pure, beautiful chocolate.
There's just something so cute about little bite-sized pieces of food. You know, these would be great for kiddos and toddlers and just as a gift for your loved ones. Let's eat.
I mean, this is a lot better for kids than all that crap they're selling at gas stations and grocery stores.
Which one do you want to start with?
I guess I'll just start with this guy right here. Oh my God, that is beautiful.
Okay, let me start
Wow.
with one of these really dark brown butter
My
buns.
God, babe. You overdid it this time. Cheers.
Okay.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable.
Like, actually?
I'm gonna eat nothing but this.
Yeah.
Is it so healthy?
Well, this I don't recommend eating daily. Just because of the, you know, the carb content and the sugar count. But you can rest assured that this is 100% real whole ingredients. Rather than the chocolate bars in grocery stores, you will probably see 10 to 20, maybe even 30 plus ingredients in there, including seed oils.
Oh my God, babe. Holy smokes, that's good chocolate. Oh my God.
Can I just give you,
How did you make that?
before I opened up Bella's Cafe for my one customer, I hated cooking. I did not enjoy a single second extra spent in the kitchen. And you have changed my life because now I embrace being your wife and somebody who feeds you well and loves you through food. And now I actually love cooking. I look forward to the next recipe that I get to create. And I look forward to seeing the look on your face when I get to feed it to you at Bella's Cafe. So
blown away,
thank you for
baby.
changing my life.
Thank you so much.
I love you. Since it's your birthday, can I ask you some birthday questions?
Yeah, sure.
What year are you in the Chinese zodiac?
I'm an ox.
I love oxes because not only is he an ox, my dad is an ox. And what year am I? What zodiac am I?
You're a rat. And the interesting story about this is in the Chinese zodiac lore, there was a race, okay? So you had all these animals that were racing. That's how they determined the order of the zodiac years based on which animal finished the race first. So the rat finished the race first.
Yeah.
That's why the rat is the start of the cycle.
Smartest.
Yes. Yeah. And then comes the ox. The ox came in second. But the interesting part is the ox was slated to come in first place. There was a river right before crossing the finish line. And the rat, being very smart, jumped in the ox's ear because that was the only way the rat could cross the river. And the ox, being benevolent and hardworking and not really being too competitive about things, said, okay, sure, hop in my ear, you can win first, I don't really care. So,
Yeah.
in terms of the zodiac background, we are destined to be a wonderful team. And I love you so much. These chocolates are seriously blowing my mind. I can't believe this is actually healthy.
I'm so glad you love it. Oh, he's
It is
making some.
absolutely delicious. And I gotta say, I've heard about bacon being put in desserts from all these like fancy restaurants and whatnot. It works.
It really works.
The salt and sweet contrast, that is a firecracker in my mouth. This is delicious.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Did you know I also put browned butter in your chocolate? I'm so happy.
How much honey do you put in here?
A lot.
The best chocolate I've ever had. And I'm a Hershey's boy
I
growing
don't
up.
believe that.
No, this is the best chocolate I've ever had.
It's better than Hershey's.
Oh my God.
Wait, what was your favorite Halloween candy to eat after Halloween as a kid?
Probably Kit Kats.
Oh my gosh, me too.
And the thing about this is it's crispy because of the bacon.
Oh.
You got crispy bacon and it adds a perfect amount of salt.
Yeah.
And you got the sweetness from the honey. And
The
then
browned caramel butter.
the actual consistency of the chocolate is amazing. So I really hope you show these amazing people how you achieve this. We
Just follow my recipe, guys, because I literally just whipped this up out of the blue.
best birthday present ever.
Thank you so much. This is not even your gift. Wait until you see the gift.
Oh yeah, I'm about to open my gift right now.
Oh my God. Okay, Simban, come on over.
Good. Ready, chicken?
Good boy. Let's give him the brown butter. Safe for dogs. Maybe not too much because they'll get diarrhea. Is it good? Is it good? Yes, it's good. My boys love it. Success. I'm telling you, Bella's Cafe recipes 10 out of 10. Success rate 100%.
I really hope you enjoyed making carnivore chocolates with me, and more than anything else, I cannot wait to see all of your amazing renditions. Make sure you guys tag me at Steak and Butter Gal across all socials for me to see your creations and for me to repost. If you're a fan of any of my carnivore recipes, or if you're looking to jumpstart your carnivore journey in the easiest way possible, I welcome and encourage you all to join the Steak and Butter Gang, and it is completely off social media. It's a literal treasure trove of carnivore knowledge and a one-stop shop for carnivores of every level to mingle, learn, and support each other. For over 4 years now, the Steak and Butter Gang has set the gold standard for giving you the very best carnivore experience possible. And by joining us, you'll have immediate access to an amazing 90-day carnivore course with Dr. Baker, carnivore meal plans, and daily meetings with my incredible carnivore coaches and team. I also invite on carnivore doctors and experts every single week, including Dr. Baker himself, Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Tony Hampton, Dr. Robert Kiltz, Coach Rebecca Heichman, and so many more amazing experts. If you guys want to join the tribe, just go to the URL shown on the screen, sbgmeetup.com, or check out the links down below in the description box. I'll see you guys in my next video. SBG out.